Hello and welcome to the Gathering Gratitude Hop. Things are starting to cool down here. Diwali is just over, and we are sharing creations that are full of gratitude for the upcoming Thanksgiving season in the US. We hope you find each project as beautiful as the next. And today I'm going to teach you how to make a beautiful bokeh background. Bokeh technique is derived from photography and involves creating a blurry out of focus background. Today I'm going to make a beautiful home decor piece using the bokeh technique. I have a set of stencils here that Craftread recently released. All these stencils measure 4 inches by 8 inches and have very beautiful encouraging phrases on it. Each stencil can easily be divided into 2 parts, measuring 4 inches by 4 inches. I'm also going to be using some Distress Oxide inks, and this is a frame which I have, which basically measures 6 inches by 6 inches. So let's put these aside now. The Distress Oxide inks I'm going to use are Fossilized Amber, Picked Raspberry and Dried Marigold. And then I have a sheet of cartridge paper. This is a thin paper, the same paper which is used for your drawing books. I have my paper and Distress Oxide inks ready now, and I'm going to be doing the inking on a media mat. I like this because it holds the paper in place and doesn't let it slip around too much. I'll also be using small brushes for the actual inking. So I'm going to be starting with the yellow, which is the lightest color, and I'll just randomly apply it over the paper. I'm not trying to do the inking very smoothly because in this technique all I need is a vibrant background. I'll move on to the Picked Raspberry now. This is a lovely bright pink color. Next in line is the Dried Marigold, which is a lovely orange. And I'll apply it to all the white areas now, making sure to cover the whole paper. I have basically selected colors which will blend together and go well together. You can use any color combination, and you can use as many or as few colors as you wish. But normally I like to use around 3 to 4 colors because I feel that it gives a better background and more depth. I will, however, go back once again with all the colors to ensure that there are no harsh lines. I always like to do this because I feel that it gives a better blending and also adds more ink layers to the paper, making it look smoother and more intense. And there, our base foundation is ready. I will just dry this with a heat tool and then come back. I've dried the background completely with a heat tool. So now let's move on to adding the bokeh effect. What I'm going to be using is a white pigment ink and a finger dauber. I also have this stencil from the geometric stencil set. I chose this stencil because what I want is the different sized circles on it. If you don't have this stencil, you can always cut it out of some paper with circular dies. I'm going to place the stencil on the paper and then take the white pigment ink and apply it with the finger dauber. I'm not bothering to mask the circles because this is a pretty random effect and you don't really need to do it as long as you're careful. That is one of the reasons why I'm using the finger dauber, because it gives me more control. Also, for this first layer, just remember to apply the color lightly. You don't want a very thick white cover. The stencil is perfect for this effect because it already has randomly sized circles all over it. So that makes your work that much quicker. You can also overlap the circles. There is no need to be that careful with your work. Now that our first layer of the white pigment ink is dry, I'm going to start with the second layer. I'm going to use the same technique. The only thing is I want a thicker layer of white pigment this time round. So I'm going to use a more dabbing motion to add more white pigment to the paper. I'll also layer the stencil at places overlapping the circles. So now that is our second layer done. You can see already how beautiful it is looking. For the last layer, I wanted really small circles. So I'm going to teach you how to make a quick DIY stamp out of some fun foam. I have two circles each in two different sizes, and I'm simply going to glue them together with a strong adhesive, and I'm going to use a tacky glue. Tacky glue is basically a temporary adhesive which just makes the surface super sticky, and once it's dry you can stick this DIY stamp like your regular photopolymer stamp to an acrylic block. Now our DIY stamps are ready. So I'm going to take two small acrylic blocks and stick them. The reason why I decided to use these stamps is because for my final layer I want the thickest coverage of ink, and I felt that this would be easily achieved with a stamp rather than through a stencil. So now I'm going to just randomly stamp the circles all over the background. I'll also try to mask the areas where the pigment ink came out of the circle. Once you've done stamping, just clean the stamps and store them on a plastic sheet so that you can pull them out whenever you need them. And the background is ready. Now I'll allow this to dry completely so that I can come and stencil my sentiment on it. I have dried my panel, and now I'm going to use the Never Stop Trying stencil. First I'll fix the stencil firmly to my background because I don't want it to shift while I'm inking it. And now I'm going to simply use a black dye ink. You can use any ink. If you want a thicker, more opaque coverage, you can also use your acrylic paints or chalk paints. I'll again use a finger dauber to apply the color and a dabbing motion. Our first layer is done now. Let's take a look at our stenciling. I want to make the words stand out a little more. So I'm going to just lightly clean the stencil with a dry cloth, and then I have a jar of sparkle paste here. This is a clear sparkle paste, and I'll just apply it over the stencil with a palette knife. And the project is now complete. I will just allow the panel to dry completely. I prefer to air dry this. That takes probably just about 15-20 minutes. You can see the beautiful sparkle which the sparkle paste is giving it.
At the top of the description box, you will find the link to the next person in the lineup. And thumbs up. If you aren't already a subscriber, I hope you consider subscribing and click on the little bell so you won't miss any of my uploads. You can also use #GatheringGratitude to find all the videos in this hop.
Looking forward to seeing you again. Take care and stay safe. Bye.